Oh, I drink 5 coffees a day.
I'll get up at 6 o'clock in the morning just for a cup of coffee.
If you're on a carnivore diet, then you know the rules: meat, salt and water. But a lot of people have a plant exception. They add in coffee and tea, especially coffee, a lot of people do, and that can ruin your carnivore results. Welcome back to the channel, Healthier Now, and in this video we're talking about a plant compound that a lot of people still have in their diet. Are these morning rituals of adding in tea or coffee destroying your carnivore results? When people drink coffee, they kind of become dependent on it. Like, what would you drink? Just one coffee a day, or?
No, I'd say around 3. One for breakfast, one after lunch, and one before the gym, something like that.
Do you drink coffee?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and how do you feel before your morning coffee? How do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10?
Maybe like a 6.
6 before. Okay, and then you feel like a 9 or 10 after coffee.
Sometimes less, sometimes more.
Okay. And if someone paid you €1,000 to go coffee for 30 days, would you do it?
Yeah, I've given it up in the past because sometimes it makes me feel a little bit on edge. So yeah, I'd be fine without coffee.
Do you drink coffee?
I do, yes.
Okay. And how function are you before your first cup of coffee in the morning?
Oh, I don't like to have a conversation with people before coffee in the morning.
Yeah. And what about if someone said to you, I'll give you 1,000 to cut out coffee for 30 days?
Oh, I would definitely do that.
Oh, yeah, okay. I try to stay away from the caffeine in general, it's because it gets very stressful on the body, and yeah, it's not good. You don't get a good sleep with it and all. And it depletes nutrients and all. I follow a carnivore diet. Mostly you just eat meat mostly. The coffee, just say if you had a steak or something and then you had coffee after, then it depletes the nutrients like the iron and all, and zinc and etc. because of the anti-nutrients and the caffeine, because it's a diuretic, the caffeine, and then there's anti-nutrients in coffee and tea as well. Cortisol as well. Not that cortisol is bad. We have cortisol. You wouldn't wake out of bed in the morning if you didn't have cortisol. It spikes your cortisol, and then obviously tea is fluoride and all as well. On a scale of 1 to 10, how functional are you before your first cup of coffee?
0.
2.
Okay, if I told you that you had 30 days without coffee, but you get €1,000, would you give it up?
I wouldn't be able to do it.
I would do it.
You do it. Oh, okay. When you get used to it, when you stop drinking caffeine, then eventually, you feel better.
Instead,
I just drink sparkling water and water.
need tea.
I don't drink tea, no.
Oh, I drink 5 coffees a day.
Oh,
Yes.
really? So you wouldn't be able to function without any?
No, I don't think so.
And I'm also hyper. So when I drink it, I get even hyper. I can't function without coffee. She drinks it late at night. If I drink it late at night, I'm not sleeping. Coffee puts me to sleep. I'm good with it.
When you get used to it, then you can, if someone never drank coffee and then they drank at night, then they wouldn't be able to sleep though. Yeah.
In other words, I'll get up at 6 o'clock in the morning just for a cup of coffee.
Yes. The first thing we do is go to the coffee machine and make a coffee.
Caffeine can deplete nutrients, basically, like iron, etc. And they're there to deter insects. Think about the environment around me at the moment. Plants can't run, they can't hide. So they use defense chemicals, defense mechanisms to deter you. So in coffee and tea, there's anti-nutrients that block the absorption of certain nutrients and can do damage to your body. Oxalates block calcium, and it causes joint pain, kidney stones, because they've got raphites, which are spear-like, needle-like, and they can cause damage in the body. And then there's tannins. If you have tea straight after you eat a steak, for example, then it's going to block some of the absorption of the iron. When coffee beans are roasted at high temperatures, they form a compound, acrylamide, a known neurotoxin, acrylamide, and also then there's fluoride in the soil. So if you're drinking tea, and then the caffeine as well, which is a diuretic. If you're going to drink coffee or tea after eating meat, that's going to block certain nutrients from being absorbed. If you have any anxiety, you don't want to be drinking too much caffeine. I had epilepsy, and that's not good for conditions like that as well. People talk about the carnivore diet and say, oh, but cortisol rises on the carnivore diet. But you see, that happens at the beginning for the first 3 weeks or so to down-regulate certain enzymes like PEPCK, for example, which are tightly regulated to gluconeogenesis. But when you drink coffee, that spikes your cortisol. So it's like the morning and awakening response that you get, That's what you normally get on the carnivore diet at the beginning, when your body starts switching and using more gluconeogenesis, for example. But that's different than having a coffee, which spikes the cortisol. And you do that and you put yourself in a stress response all the time. The carnivore stress response isn't a chronic stress response. So that's the difference as well. That's a key point to make. When you're drinking caffeine, like in tea or coffee, whether it's like matcha tea or whether it's just pure black tea or whether it's coffee, you're borrowing from tomorrow, basically, because you're not sleeping properly and your adrenaline rises, your cortisol rises, and you're not getting proper rest, and it's a diuretic, and you're losing nutrients through that process as well. Now, if you do drink coffee or tea, then what you could do is, because coffee depletes the magnesium, what you should do is have a magnesium supplement with the caffeine. So you can put the magnesium back in. You can have electrolyte supplements as well. So magnesium glycinate is good to have if you're going to have coffee or tea. Try a 30-day experiment of giving up coffee and tea and caffeine in general, and these plant compounds as well, and see how you feel. And if you want a one-on-one coaching call with me to see where you're at, if you're having problems like giving up caffeine or sugar or any other problems like that, and you want to get better results on a carnivore diet or a low carb diet in general, then DM me the word ready on Instagram at Healthier Now Chris for a free coaching call. So make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. The camera woman.